A local boxer shot and killed in Dallas is being remembered tonight for his leadership and his determination. 25-year-old Matt Moore was found dead at an apartment complex Sunday afternoon. Fellow boxers held a vigil to honor him. Fox 4's David Santendry spoke with the gym's owner about his legacy, and David joins us now. What can you tell us?
Well, Heather, the 25-year-old boxer was a regular at a faith-based boxing gym here in Rockwall. And right now, the owner of that gym says they are having to heavily rely on that faith during these difficult times. You're guaranteed to find dedicated boxers inside Choppa's boxing gym in Rockwall. But Matt Moore may have been the most dedicated.
So I've been training Matt Moore for about 3 years.
He drove more than an hour each way to come here and box.
And train, yes, he did. And sometimes pulling 2-a-days, coming here twice a day.
Now, inside the gym, you'll only find pictures and keepsakes of Moore.
To know that I have memories now and he's not here.
Pete Choppa cannot believe his friend and mentee was shot and killed Sunday afternoon.
Of course, you want to know what happened. You want to know why.
Moore found dead around 4:15 p.m. near a stairwell of an apartment complex off South Murdo Lane in Pleasant Grove. Dallas Police Department has not publicly identified a suspect or motive.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the video. This is Justin Paul. Bringing a very, very sad, tragic story here. 25-year-old, man. He was a pro boxer, 25 years old, so he was definitely up and coming. His name, Matt Moore, and my condolences to his family, of course. As I've always said, around this time, it's a time for family and coming together. Not necessarily a time where you would be expecting to, plan someone's, going away. And, they said they found him dead, shot, at an apartment stairwell. Not sure if it was his apartment or not. But, and he, as the coach was saying, he was very dedicated to his craft of boxing, because he was driving one way there and one way back from this particular gym training, and that shows a lot of dedication when you do that. Not sure if he was making a whole lot of money to provide for himself and his family, but he had to do what he was had to do for them, and also chasing his dreams. So it's very sad kind of hearing stories like this. Like I said, especially 25 years old, man, you have a whole lot ahead of you. There's no telling where boxing was going to take him. It looks like he had already won a championship, and I could tell from the coach's reaction, this was someone who he really invested a lot of time in, and he really believed in this person. He really believed in him. And, just looking at him, he looks like a lot of the other, athletes that I see in the boxing ring, healthy, looks very athletic. And you can look in his eyes and tell, he has a focus to him. And, it's just sad to hear that this is an actual story that I'm doing a reaction to. I was looking at some of the comments. They said, man, it probably was a hater, someone who just found any reason not to like this guy or something like that. And then again, I don't know this guy. I don't know the environment that he grew up in, his upbringing. I don't know any of that information, but a lot of times, that's what it comes down to. Someone just being jealous of you, someone not wanting to see you succeed, and they're just taking it to their own hands to put an end to everything that you're trying to build and all the dreams that you have. A lot more information, of course, is going to come out about this. I don't think that the police have put information out to the public like that, because they more than likely don't have too many leads. And even if they do have a lead, they don't want to really spook who they're suspected of doing this, who they're investigating, so that person can, um, get out of Dodge, or um, be aware that they're being looked at, and find a way to elude police even more. But we'll see, what other information is going to come out of this here. Um, Again, just very tragic, for a young man to lose his life, and he was obviously chasing his dreams, and like I say, man, he definitely had a whole lot of life, left to live.
Aunt Menti was shot and killed Sunday afternoon.
Of course, you want to know what happened. You want to know why.
Moore found dead around 4:15 p.m. near a stairwell of an apartment complex off South Murdo Lane in Pleasant Grove. Dallas Police Department has not publicly identified a suspect or motive.
Yeah, the unknown is what's hard, right? I mean, because Matt was not somebody that ran in the circles of something like this happening.
Moore leaves behind a 5-year-old daughter.
His world revolved around his daughter and boxing.
The 25-year-old amateur boxer hoped to turn passion into a career.
We had talked about winning national championships in the amateurs and then moving on to the professional ranks and trying to win a world title.
So there was no question he was going to be a professional boxer.
100%.
It was just how far would he take that professional career?
That is correct, yes.
But ones close to Moore say as dedicated as he was to his path, he worked to help other boxers along the way.
The leader that he truly was, and that he has a legacy of helping young people become better every day.
Again, no arrest made at this point in time, and if you have any information on this case, you are asked to contact Dallas Police Department. Heather, back.
They did give us a little bit more information, saying that, he had a 5-year-old daughter that unfortunately he's leaving behind, and, his passion was boxing and his daughter, again, no more information is going to come out. The coach was saying that he didn't really run in circles to where he felt this type of thing would happen to him. He was a leader in the gym, was looking to help other boxers and stuff like that. And, it's really, a lot of times it's really these type of people, these people are built like this, who the worst things happen to. Can't really explain it, how that is always the case, but again, my condolences to his family, and hopefully they're able to get some leads on, who killed this guy, and try to bring his family some justice. I'm gonna stay tuned to the local news there in this area to see if any more information comes out in the coming days or weeks, and we'll bring that information and try to update this story here. But I'm going to close out. If you like my content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. If you watch the videos, I ask that you please hit a like for the algorithm, so my reaction videos can get out there. I would really love that. And again, this is Justin Paul. Peace.